अस्सलाम वालेकुम. Welcome to Sunday Brunch with Lubna. एक बार फिर मैं हाजिर हूँ आप लोगों के साथ. Thank you so very much for choosing TV1. We know you have plenty of choices and you choose TV1, so thank you for that. I know it's already July, the end of July. Tomorrow's August. So hopefully you're getting the kids ready for school and you're planning out all the fun activities that you're going to do the last few days before school starts. And of course, those of you that are watching for the first time, I want to let you know what I do on this show is that I bring people from all different communities who have made some positive changes in our community. People I'm sure you know about or you might not know about, I bring them on the show. We, of course, do an interview. And not only that, we also have a topic to discuss. And of course, you can call in. The number to our studio is 855-886-6387, extension 4. Of course, press the extension in if you want to get to our show. And this show is being televised all throughout the US and Canada. So, of course, all different parts of the city people are watching and being a part of TV1. And, you stay with TV1. I did want to let you know there are so many different shows that you see on TV1 that are broadcasted right here from Houston, from New York, from New Jersey, Dallas, all different states. I forget, okay? There's 14 different shows. That's all I can tell you. So, of course, TV1 is doing something wonderful. And, of course, we are giving back to the community by also having you on the show, having different people from all different walks of life come and participate. Because I feel that if you are on a platform like a TV where people can see and not only just hear you, but they can see you and tell friends and family, then that means something. And of course, you are welcome to call in and ask questions. Today's show is a little bit different. Like those of you that know me, I always try doing a show where I know it's going to make a change in someone's life. I know it's going to make an impact on someone's life. And of course, we wish you health, we wish you wealth. But just like that, there are times when we get sick. There are times when we need to call someone and find out what do we do. It's 1 o'clock at night, who can we call? What can we do? So there is someone I want you all to meet. He's, of course, been on my show before, too. But I said today's going to be a one-to-one, and that is Dr. Ihab Abu Ghazali. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that a lot.
No problem. And I know it's time is just flying by. Are you all ready for the kids for school, back to school?
Yep. We're back to the grinder. The kids are going to be starting school pretty soon. Mm-hmm. Everybody's getting excited about buying books and getting their stuff ready for school. It is back to the same routine again. And thank God, no more kids in the house destroying the house.
Okay, I hope your kids aren't watching.
I hope not.
Okay, well, Dr. Ihab, I wanted to ask you, Delivered Pharmacy, I know it's located on West Airport and right on Eldridge. I wanted to have you on the show because obviously there are so many different corporate pharmacies. I'm not going to mention any names, okay? I want to keep myself safe.
I understand.
But I know you're in this field, and we were talking beforehand. This is a family thing you've been doing. It's in your DNA, I believe. Tell us about that.
I am a third-generation pharmacist. My dad and my granddad were pharmacists. My family practiced pharmacy since as far as I can remember.
Right.
And I've worked as a pharmacist in different states, from Illinois to Houston, and I've worked with different big box pharmacy chains. And after working for 25 years, myself and my partners, we said, hey, we understand pharmacy, but we want to do it the way it should be. That's why we decided to leave the big box chain pharmacies and open Delivered Pharmacy 5 years ago.
Right.
We take all insurances, and we offer almost everything that you get from other big chain pharmacies. Mm-hmm. But we pride ourselves by, hey, this is a different place. You can talk to a pharmacist 7 days a week. Right. We can talk to you about your prescription, about drug interaction, adverse reaction. We can speak your language, be it English, be it Urdu, be it Arabic, be it Vietnamese. I have multiple people who can speak multiple languages, because sometimes you got to understand your directions on the prescription by listening to your own language to have the maximum benefit for yourself.
Right.
So we have that covered by having multiple people who speak multiple languages. At the same time, we like to okay, anybody can give you a prescription, but we would like to talk to you about it and explain to you the side effects, give you the if there's an adverse reaction, maximize your benefit out of it. There are some prescription, if you don't take calcium with it, you're basically wasting a lot of money
Right.
because you're not taking the right supplement with it.
Now, Dr. Hebb, you're talking about the adverse effects that people take because the doctor prescribes the medicine for you. And people who are taking 3, 4 medications, they really have no idea how that is going to interact with that medicine. And you go to and again, nothing against a corporate. I guess when you're in a corporate company, I guess you think differently when you're in a chain like that. Because luckily, I should touch wood, I don't get sick that often. It's a blessing, I guess. But when I do for the kids or my husband or anything, then, I go to the pharmacy and I see every time I go, well, I haven't been going to any of the pharmacies. I come to Divot Pharmacy. There's my endorsement. But basically, there's always a new pharmacist. There's always someone new over there because they don't even know you by your name. And I've seen Divot Pharmacy, when you go in, you know the people by name. They have that personal connection, which I think is that old-fashioned touch, which you're still maintaining.
Absolutely. You got to know them by name. You got to understand everybody, and each case, each person is a human being,
Right.
Not just a number like in big chain corporation. I mean, some of the pharmacists that work at other big chain corporations, they're good people. It's just
Right.
they're overwhelmed. I mean, they end up being like a factory,
Right.
checking in and go in, checking in and go in
Of course.
as numbers. We take the time. We pride ourselves by taking the time to listen to the customer, understand how he needs. For example, I have some people they like to call the prescription once a month on the 17th, for example. We have a system called on demand or automatic. We set up their prescription on the day that they want. On the 16th, we fill them. We call them on the 16th, and hey, your prescription are ready, and we deliver at the time of their convenience on the 17th. That makes them very happy.
Of course.
No driving, no waiting in line, no hustle of going back and forth to get your prescription. At the same time, we have another program that looks at the prescription. If there's no refills, we call ahead by being proactive, calling the doctors to make the doctor's life less stressful and the patient. We discuss, hey, is this something that you want him to continue on it? Should we refill it? Do you want to see him before? So we don't leave it to the last minute. And even if the patient comes in and they are out of the prescription, we give them loaners on their maintenance medication.
And Doctor, one more very important thing I want to bring up is that, for example, what you're saying that the program you have, many times, even for the doctors, and I know there's a lot of doctors here in Houston, and not just in Houston, all over that are watching, many times it's hard for the doctor too, because the pharmacist would say, you know what, call the doctor up, and the patient, and I've seen this, I've witnessed this, where the patient is having a hard time calling the pharmacist, or then the pharmacist saying, well, call the doctor, then the doctor isn't there, they're on their break, or then the staff is saying, you know what, we'll get back to you, and then there's the patient kind of stuck between these two people. So Delivered Pharmacy will literally go ahead and take care of those things.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's 3 things to be successful in getting treatment. You got to have a doctor, you got to have a pharmacist, and you got to have a patient. 3 of them can work together to make things happen. And we pride ourselves by being proactive, by talking to the patient about their prescriptions on a monthly or even on a weekly basis, calling the doctors and making sure that give them enough heads up for them to review the charts and give us refills approval. We also do on the weekends, everybody's open to come in. We call it like brown bag.
I'm going to actually talk about that in 1 second. I did want to give out the number again. अगर आपने भी कॉल करके कोई सवाल पूछना है, कोई माइंड में क्वेश्चन आता है कि भाई हम इसका क्या करें, so definitely you can call in. The number is 855-886-6387 extension 4. And Dr. Hebb, sorry to cut you off, but I know you were talking about something that I wanted to bring up. Saturday and Sundays, your pharmacy is offering a program. If you can tell our viewers about it.
Yeah, as you guys know, we've been open for the last 5 years. We open 7 days, 365 days a year. We never close. We have a program that it's free. Anybody can do it. And basically, just bring the prescription that you take, the supplements, whatever prescription that you take, vitamins, put them in a bag, bring them on a Saturday or a Sunday, anytime after 2 o'clock. And you could sit down one-on-one with a pharmacist.
So there's no cost for that. Let's say somebody who takes 10 medications. They bring it in a bag and say, you know what, Dr. Hebb, these are the medicines I'm taking. So you can sit with them and
absolutely. I mean, there is no cost for it. It's free. We just ask you to call ahead and just schedule a time so that when you come in, you have your time allocated. They would come in with their prescription, 5, 10, 20 prescriptions, whatever. We also recommend whatever supplement you take, aspirin, Advil, any kind of vitamins. We sit down and we review one by one. This is for this, this is for that. And we look for any drug interaction because You mix different colors, you have a third different color.
Right.
So at the same time, we want to make sure that nothing is counteracting each other.
Right.
We look for adverse reaction. We ask you about the cost of the prescription. If this is...
And that's a very big thing, because medications, many people don't have insurances where they're spending $500 on a medication. So are there alternates or generics that you can substitute?
We try to recommend, after, of course, with them, hey, this is something you're taking, costs you this amount of money. There's an alternative. Of course, check with your doctor.
Right, of course.
We also look for coupons, copay assistant program that's available. I mean, that takes the time. We even do prior authorization. A lot of big box pharmacies don't have the time to look up for a coupon or look for a copay assistant, or even
you help them, like you really want to help them to get their medication, which is important.
We do that. I mean, that's what my dad honestly taught me a lot of things. But one of the best things that I'm really proud of is that treat the people that come to your to the pharmacy as if you want to be treated.
Right.
And I want to be like helped. If there is a copay assistant, if there is a coupon out there I could use to help the patient, why not? I mean, if there's an alternative that can do the same thing with half the cost, I mean, it'd be a good idea to mention to the patient, to back to the doctor. It's a win-win situation. And Delivered Pharmacy has grown from for the last 5 years. I mean, we've grown to extent of by offering genuine service, focus on the patient, and making their health our priority.
Of course. And you're talking about patients, and of course 5 years, obviously, you've definitely reached that thing. I'm sure today's 5, tomorrow will be 15, and then 25 and going on. But another thing is medical supplies. I didn't want to bring that up because many times, your child gets hurt, you get hurt, and you need those medical supplies. You might need crutches, you might need a bed. Sometimes they need the elderly care products. They might need stuff where they need it delivered. Do you also have those things at your
We offer free delivery anywhere in Fort Bend County and Southwest Houston, and we offer outside that area for a small fee.
Okay.
We offer crutches, wheelchairs, beds, canes, commodes, and if somebody needs something special, we have a very nice alliance with multiple distribution centers that we could get it the next day. If I don't have it, if there's a chance that I don't have this particular item, I could get it the next day. And basically, we try to be very competitive in the pricing by giving the best price so that the continuity is there. He comes again and he gets his need for a wheelchair, his prescription, his vitamin as a one-stop shop.
Of course. And the thing is, because when that does happen where you need medical supplies, it's hard to go to a pharmacy, or it's even hard to find places where you can get those supplies. So here's like a one-stop shop, be it just your over-the-counter medications, be it any kind of medical supplies, and not only that, also your prescriptions. And again, it's where you... Again, I can say this, it gets very annoying when you go somewhere and they don't even know who you are. They don't even, maybe the right word, I should quote this, is they don't even care. That old-fashioned times when, like about, I guess 50 years ago, the way the pharmacist would be, that's basically what you're keeping, except it's different. Of course, we talked about delivery, we talked about the medical supplies. Another thing is the drive-through lanes. If someone has a child that's sick, and they need to get that medication, that they need the antibiotics, or they need that steroid, or whatever medication they need. If they pre-order it, if they can tell their doctor, for example, usually the doctors usually ask, which pharmacy you would want us to call. If they give that number, the doctor can call in and you can have the prescription ready.
Absolutely. I mean, we don't have just one drive-through. We have 4 of them, and just 4 of a good thing. So basically, your doctor can fax the prescription, he can call the prescription, he gets it electronically. By the time you leave the office, and if you don't want us to deliver it to you at the time that you want, you could just swing by, pick it up either from the front end or through the 4-lane drive-through.
Of course.
Convenience is our message, and honestly, we try to simplify it and make it more easy for you and for your family.
Right.
And we also offer the vaccination program. I think in October and November we're going to start the flu shots.
Right.
And
so you're offering flu shots. Now, when you're saying you're offering flu shots, compared to other places, are they reasonable, or are they like where it's... What do you think? You don't have to say the number, but is it still cost effective?
It is. I mean, if you think about the flu shot, our prices, it's either the same or less than most big box pharmacies. But at the same time, if you get the flu, you're going to be 4 or 5 days sick, maybe 4 or 5 days tired, out of energy, fatigue, exhausted. This is a good, simple prevention. You take a shot, and you're protected from that
Of course.
nuisance of a flu shot. We also offer other vaccination from shingles. We also offer diphtheria, tetanus. Honestly, we have a full range. From
the best thing is for them to call the pharmacy.
Call the pharmacy or swing by. I mean, talk to us and tell us what you need. And something good that I want to tell you is that now most insurances, commercial and government, they cover most vaccination for free.
They do.
And that's something that gives you more incentive, especially the shingles. Most people who are on Medicare,
I know,
it's like around $250 if you pay out of pocket. If you are on Medicare, you get it for free. And that's a good protection to have.
Dr. Heb, we'll talk more. I got to take a break right now. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. Thank you again for watching Sunday Brunch with Lubna. Our number is 855-886-6387, extension 4. And of course, you can call in. We have the expert from Delivered Pharmacy, the owner of that pharmacy, here with us if you have any questions. And of course, the time has come. Dr. Heb, usually I have a topic because, I feel, again, being at a platform like this, it's important to discuss different things. Of course, the information you gave out, I'm thinking about the people planning to get flu shots for their kids. And I'm sure Saturday, Sundays will be busy. Because I think that's very important that, you can go somewhere and discuss that. Nothing against doctors. I don't want them hating me, because they're very busy also. They don't have like 10 minutes to sit down with someone and be like, there are some doctors like that out there. But majority of the reason is that they can go and talk to you, for example, come and say, you know what, this is what I have and what's the problem. Now, I know the topic right now is back to school. I mean, I know it's still a couple of days before back to school, but I won't see you guys till next week anyway. So I know a lot of kids are getting ready for back to school. And, of course, we say the kids have to be ready for back to school. But what's more important is the parents getting ready for the back to school time. Because, again, tomorrow's August, and then in a few weeks, and then I think over the next few weeks, all schools will be open. I did want to ask you about vitamins for children. And, again, what I want to say, I don't know if you know this, but I feel in our South Asian community, forget about the kids taking vitamins. Parents don't even take the vitamins. So I want to take a minute and address that with you, that why do you think it's important to take vitamins? And then the bigger question I'll ask you is that a lot of people that I feel, that I've even felt that too, they don't give vitamins to the children because they're not halal. We don't want to give them pork contents. We don't want to give them gelatin-based.
Absolutely.
So tell us about that.
I mean, as you guys know, school is on the, back to school is coming pretty soon. It's a good idea for us to prepare them by getting their books, by getting their stationery ready for them. But at the same time, you check your cabinet if you need any Tylenol liquid, any Advil liquid, just in case they have any fever, any pains and ache. But at the same time, vitamin. You want to give them something to stimulate their brain, to supplement their diet, because there is no one diet that can cover everything they need from vitamins. And having one-a-day vitamin from kids to adults, it's a good approach to keep you covered, and by giving you everything you need, from minerals to vitamins that are essential for your body, for the focus, for the energy, and also to give you a good edge on you when you go to school, or even if you go to work. We have multiple vitamin selection that you could come and pick up according to your needs. We have the gummies for the kids that are really delicious, and they are vegetarian, so there is no pork or any kind of stuff that can cause it to become not halal. Even we have the adults, we have the pills, and we have the chewable pills that can help also meet the need of the vitamins and the minerals without having any fear about taking anything pork or not halal.
Right, so
that's something we have resolved, and we have it.
Of course, that's important. And we're talking about back to school, and we as parents, I think most parents, what they do is they want to make sure the kids get to school on time, they do their homework, they have the clothing to wear, they have their lunch. But I think vitamins, it's very important. It doesn't matter how old your child is. I believe
Absolutely.
I think it's 2 years and up they have vitamins, right?
Yes, yes.
I believe it's for 2 years and up.
We have even some drops you could give it from day one.
Right,
but
right.
honestly, from two and above, it's a good idea to give him those vitamins, to give him more focus. Also,
on that,
give
right.
him a complete supplement to them to grow healthy, energetic, and more focused on their school.
On their school. And one more thing that I would want to say, we're talking about getting kids ready for back to school. One more thing is, I know there's still a few weeks. Another thing is when the kids are off for vacation, the sleeping time is not really scheduled. And one thing I can say is I've also volunteered at school, so I know I've seen kids where they're coming to school and they're sleepy. I mean, I could just tell, and I didn't really for some time I had volunteered at a school, and I could see those children needed that time to sleep. And I understand parents want to watch TV, parents want to do something else, but when it comes to your kids, you really, and this is something that I personally feel it's important to tell the viewers out there, that even their bedtime routine, you really need to set that. And
Absolutely.
most importantly, you start doing that now. Slowly start getting them closer to, if the kids are sleeping at 2 a.m., first of all, they shouldn't be, but if they are, start putting it back a little bit. And you can start doing that over the next few weeks.
Absolutely. I mean, you could start before. I mean, we have like 2 weeks before most school starts.
Right.
By make them go down to the right number. We have to think that kids need minimum of 8 hours to sleep.
Right,
I mean, if you don't
exactly.
get a minimum of 8 hours, adults or kids, I mean, you will be sleepy, not focused, having problems and issues, get up in the morning, at the same time, not performing well in school.
Of course, and that's important. Another thing, Dr. Ihad, that I wanted to ask is we're talking about, getting ready for back to school. Another important thing is the nutritious food. I mean, a lot of schools now, you really cannot send, dessert with them. It's very nutritious. Do you think it's important to send children with nutritious food?
Absolutely. I mean, give them some vegetables or fruits. Give them a banana. Give them an apple.
Right.
Try to stay away from anything with dyes, red or green or yellow dyes. Try to make it more healthy, more from the vegetable side or the fruit side.
Right.
It's always beneficial. Stay away from sugary stuff because it makes them hyper,
Yes.
jump and bounce through the wall. Then they crash after that. So you gotta.
And then you're calling the pharmacist. What do I do?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, you gotta be more realistic by giving them fresh fruits and vegetables, and minimize any sugary stuff because that's gonna have a lot of bad results down the road.
Bad results. And studies they're showing now, even with all these foods, you have to be very careful what you're bringing on your
Very
table.
picky, yes.
Very picky. And I'm talking about picky. There are picky eaters out there who don't, whatever you give them. I'm talking about kids and adults out there. What about the medicines? I know many times, the thing is, I know the weather is going to be changing and kids are always getting sick nowadays. At your pharmacy, delivered pharmacy, do you guys offer the medicine to be flavored? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I was a kid, we never had that choice.
We never had that choice.
But now we can flavor it bubble gum, chocolate, raspberry, orange, banana. I mean, you let me know.
Okay.
I mean, we let you know which is the best
course.
flavor.
Dr. Ihab, we have a call right now. You're on air. Assalamu alaikum.
Ji, walaikum assalam.
Ji. Kaun baat?
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure. Where are you calling from?
My name is Ali.
Ali, yes. Go
My
ahead.
name is Ali. Yes,
Okay.
I'm from Houston.
Okay.
My question is, if we give some prescription, my question is regarding like the home delivery.
Okay.
So how long it's going to take to get home delivery? Like it's going to take much time, or it's going to be like real quick?
Okay. All right. Definitely. We'll get your question answered. Thank you so much for your call.
Mr. Ali, I mean, I'm happy that you called. We basically make it the way that you want. You call us on Monday and you say, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prescriptions. And I want them to be delivered on Tuesday or on Wednesday at 2, at 5, at 10. You tell us the time that works for you, and we will make it happen to the time of your convenience. We have more than 4 cars running around town to do the deliveries, and I'm sure we could coordinate the time that works for you. We could do it in the morning run, midday run, or evening run. We will work with you to determine what's the best time, and we'll make it happen to the time of your convenience so that you get the time that you want. It's easy and simple process. tell us what you need and let us what time you want us to be delivered, and we'll make it happen, again, free of charge for the delivery.
Right, and that's a good question because many times people have that problem that, you know what, I won't be home right now, what do I do? I do want to give out the number again. It is 855-886-6387, extension 4. And of course, you can call in. Of course, our topic is getting kids ready for back to school. But then, of course, we have Dr. Ehab with us from Delivered Pharmacy. And, you know, we're talking about pharmacy. And, of course, we don't wish anyone to get get sick and, you know, feel bad. But another thing you said in the beginning of this segment, you said, you know, look at your medicine cabinet, get the supplies ready. Because what happens, your kids are home, if you have more than one child, or if you're working, or both parents are working, you have to run out and get some medication. Now, what if someone says to you, they call in and they say, you know what, I need a couple of medications, over-the-counter medications. Can you deliver them if they're living in Sugar Land or they're living in Katy and surrounding areas?
I mean, we deliver all the way to Katy and the surrounding areas, Sugar Land and Missouri City, Stafford, Richmond. Generally, my advice is before the school starts, it's a good idea to go through the cabinet, medicine cabinet, clean it up, anything expired, anything that needs to be replenished, go ahead and do it. And if you need like certain things for us to deliver, call us, we'll be happy to work with you. 9 out of 10, we'll be happy to deliver your over-the-counter stuff at no charge. There are some exceptions, but generally we really listen to our customers and try to take care of their prescription at the same time their over-the-counter stuff.
Right. And Dr. Ehab, another question I wanted to ask you, again, I know we're talking about the medicine cabinet. What about, and I know it's a strange question, maybe for some of you, maybe for you especially, what about like, you know, having alcohol swabs, having Band-Aids, having a first aid kit? Do you think that's important to have?
It's important, especially when school starts. I mean, kids are more prone to falling down. So having a box of Band-Aid, having a triple antibiotic to apply on cuts and bruises, it's a good idea once a year if to update the medicine cabinet by having these first aid components. I mean, honestly, you could spend $10, $15, but it's just a lot of headache prevented by having these things available.
Exactly, and it's not like where you're running out and the child's like bleeding, or even like an adult, you know, I mean, that's something important. Of course, we're talking about back to school, getting kids ready, and we talked about how to kind of schedule their timings where they are getting used to sleeping earlier. Also, giving them lunches that are nutritious. And the thing is, in the morning, again, this is something for the moms out there and the dads out there. You know, many times people rush everything, being organized. And what would you want to say about that, being organized in the sense, meaning if the kid is looking for their backpack in the morning or their homework is upstairs and something is downstairs? Well, what do you guys do?
I mean, in my house, I mean, we try to, before they go to bed, generally we make them go to bed at between 8 and 8:30. And generally we try to have everything ready from their backpack, from their snacks, from the day before, and have them everything organized, because in the morning sometimes things happen. They forget certain things if you prepare them in the morning. So being organized and being proactive by doing it the day before, it's a good idea to prepare everything the night before. And then so in the morning will be a smooth day without having any kind of hiccups. I mean, we used to do them in the morning, and my daughter would call, I forgot my book, I need more snacks, I need this and that. And we said, no more. The night before, you organize everything you need so that in the morning it will be smooth.
And I think it also teaches kids to be responsible. Because eventually when they go to college, you know, they're staying in a dorm or an apartment, they won't have mom and dad always there. You know?
Absolutely.
And that is something I think you have to kind of start teaching your children that at a younger age. Even it doesn't matter how old they are, but I think it's important, you know, with that whole thing.
I mean, kids learn from the family, and you'll be amazed how they watch and emulate their dad and their mom. The more that we are organized, the more that we spend time one-on-one of telling them and showing them what to do, the more that you have benefit down the road. And back to school is around the corner, so let's get organized, let's get prepared, so that we have a successful year, hopefully.
Of course. And you know, right now, people watching right now, and I was thinking, and I'm putting you on the spot, if people want to get some vitamins, could we give away some vitamins? Look, I just put them on the spot right now, just by asking.
Sure. I mean, anybody calls, the first 10 or 20 we'll give them free halal vitamins for those people that call. No problem.
Okay, well, definitely. So again, you heard that. You can call in. Number is 855-886-6387. And of course, for the first few callers, we will give free vitamins. And these vitamins, I wanted to ask you, these are vegetarian vitamins.
Vegetarian formula.
And they taste good.
They taste good. I mean,
this is kid tested and approved, I have to say.
Absolutely. My kids have gave me the approval. So I give you that with 100% confidence that they're going to be good in taste for the gummy bears for the kids and for adults. I mean, they're halal, they're vegetarian, so there is no anything connected to pork or any kind of issue with that. So
of course, so I think that's really important. Of course, you can call in and get yourself a free vitamin. Again, the number is 855-886-6387, extension 4. And again, going back to the pharmacy, one more thing I wanted to ask you. I know you talked about the brown bag on Saturdays, Sundays. The best thing is to call the pharmacy and say, you know what, I want to come in, and this is no cost.
Absolutely.
They can bring in basically, as many medicines you have, toss them in a bag, call the pharmacy, the vet pharmacy, and just tell them, you know what, we're going to come over, ask them questions. And another thing I want to say is for the doctors watching, again, we have so many physicians here in Houston, sometimes it gets hard to connect with the corporate pharmacies. There's always that issue that they're busy or something. And of course, you guys are busy too. But even for the physicians, I would want to say that if you're looking for a pharmacy that you really care for your patient, where the patient has a hard time going and talking, or they don't understand that, and you want someone who can kind of, side by side, because I think a doctor, like you said, the doctor, the pharmacist, and the patient, they all have to work side by side.
Absolutely.
And it's all interconnected. So if the doctor wants where someone can explain more of the medication, well, these are the side effects, this is what happens when you take this might interact with this. So definitely the pharmacy, I'm sure, and this is something I'm putting on the spot again, that you would want to help out the community.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, anytime you guys want to come on a Saturday or Sunday, call us ahead just to schedule the right time for you. Bring your regular prescription, and it's a free consultation. We talk about your copays, we talk about coupons, we talk about assistance from the manufacturer. We talk about adverse reaction, drug interaction. And what makes us unique is that I have on the staff somebody who speaks Vietnamese, English, Spanish, Urdu, Hindi, Gujarati,
so you have all the languages covered.
So basically, all the languages are covered, and that basically can give you peace of mind that this pharmacist can talk to me in my own language, because if I need to understand something, my health comes first. I mean, your health can, if you're healthy and you're feeling 100%, you could do so many things. If you're sick or not feeling right, you're gonna not do the things that you wanna do because of that. We give you that opportunity by talking to you one-on-one.
Right, and one more thing that I think it's important, many people are taking different medicines here. I'm talking about here right now because I'm sure you have someone, it could be your mother-in-law, it could be your father-in-law, your mother, your father, and you don't understand that how this is going to react. Or what will happen if, they take this medicine, why it's important to take it at this time. So, if you are getting this thing, this is for the viewers out there that I want to give this message, that if you have someone who's actually helping you, making you understand that this is what your mom takes, this is what your dad takes, this is what happens, because many people, they have elderly parents and they don't understand that, why is my dad acting like this? Or why is it so important? Another thing is diabetes. It's a very a serious thing in our community. It's very prevalent where people have diabetes. Many times people don't even know they have diabetes. So I think those things are something to address, and having your own, I guess the word I want to give you is your local pharmacy,
Local advocate.
Advocate and local pharmacy who can help you with these things. And I know you also do, if someone was to come in and said they need a blood pressure check or they need something, do you?
Yeah, we do a free blood check. I mean, we do a couple of free services. We do blood pressure check free anytime. You could walk to the pharmacy. You sit down, and we'll be happy to do your blood pressure. We also do free sugar testing, and we give free meters. If you come in, you have some questions about your sugar, we'll be happy to sit down and talk to you about it. And our pharmacy is becoming a center to train and educate about diabetes. Diabetes is one of the biggest silent killer.
Right.
You don't feel it, you don't know it, but slowly it will affect your sight, affect your body. And that's why we try to be an advocate for that.
Okay, definitely. We'll talk more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some messages. And welcome back. Thank you again for watching Sunday Brunch with Lubna. हमारा नंबर है 855-886-6387 extension 4, and you can call in and ask your question. And of course, we have Dr. Ehab with us from Deliberate Pharmacy. Dr. Ehab, we just had a caller off here, and he actually asked a question saying their mother-in-law takes some blood pressure medicine and also cholesterol medicine. So do they interact, or is the best thing they come to you and talk to you?
I mean, generally, it's a case by case. I mean, there is more than 20 different prescriptions for cholesterol available now. There is more than 30 different medications for blood pressure. We have to look at what she's taking, the name of the prescription, how many milligrams, and it's best for us to for them to talk to a pharmacist and get the advice. That's the best way to go about it. I think nowadays with the science and the doctors have now better equipment to diagnose more diseases, so you would have multiple prescriptions to treat those issues or diseases, and that's a chance for drug interaction that come about. Sometimes even with just regular food like grapefruit can have drug interaction, and that's why it's good to talk to your doctor and your pharmacist about what you're taking, over-the-counter prescription, and make sure that there is no drug interaction to be on the safe side.
Of course. And you know, like this question that they asked, this is something that I was also saying in the beginning, that many times we don't understand the medicines people are taking. And even the person who's taking that medication, I know there are some medicines where you're not supposed to drive. So you have the privilege of having Deliberate Pharmacy, Dr. Ehab, have someone come and deliver it. And again, the question also comes that, what if we're not home? What if we have a schedule? So you set that time where it's easy for them.
We basically talk to you, work with you. If you want it to be delivered to your work, we could do it. If you want us to deliver it to your home, we could do it. You specify the time and the date, and we try to be very active in doing it the time that suits you and meets your need.
Of course.
If you can't drive, if you had surgery, if the medication makes you dizzy or drowsy, we take all that out of your hands and make it easy by doing the free delivery.
Because a lot of people, they have the elderly parents living with them or the parents-in-law, and they cannot go and pick up the prescriptions. They don't drive. They stay home the whole day. So it's also, and the thing is, you also, nowadays, so much stuff is going on. And I've seen your Deliberate Pharmacy. So the car, it's all wrapped up with Deliberate Pharmacy. You can't miss it. It's green like the color of his shirt. So that's also some convenience, I think, for many people, that, what the prescription will be delivered to my mom, it'll be delivered to my father-in-law or something. And I think it makes life a lot easier.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody knows the traffic in Houston can be really bad. I mean, you could be doing a lot of things, taking care of work-related issues. You could be busy at work, busy at school. Mom or grandpa or grandma have multiple prescriptions. We will take that headache out of your hand by filling them on a regular basis. We pick a day for autofill, and we fill them on that date, and we call you. We schedule the right time to deliver it, and that's all free. I mean, it's an easy, convenient, simple way to make your life less hectic and make you focus on other things.
Of course.
I'm sure you have other things to do than just go back and forth to the pharmacies.
Of course.
And dealing with the refills and co-pays and drug interaction.
It gets hard. One thing I wanted to ask you, I know we were discussing this before the show, and I know you want to do something for the community. And I think, first of all, you're opening up this pharmacy here. I think that alone shows having 4 drive-through lanes. And I know when you start a new business, it gets very hard. And the first year, they say, if you can last the first year, 2 years, that's going good. And you mark that 5. And of course, we wish you the best. So I know you were talking about giving back to the community. There are many people who are watching right now. And this show, obviously, you're watching it right now, 11:30 Eastern Time. It'll repeat again tonight at 10 p.m. and then repeats again tomorrow morning and then tomorrow afternoon. So basically, this show gets repeated 3 times. So I wanted to ask you, is there any way you could give out, blood pressure, sugar check medicines, or not medicine, sorry, for checking it, the machines. I don't know how much they are. I'm not saying a lot, but if you can give out 5 of them to the first 5 callers, to what number? Would it be your pharmacy number? Would it be your cell number?
I mean, anybody that calls, the next 2-3 days, anybody that calls our pharmacy or calls the show and mentions Lubna's name, we'll be happy to give you either a free blood sugar checking machine or a free halal vitamin, the vegetarian formula. So anybody that calls the next couple of days, We'll even do it for the whole week. Anybody that called for the whole week that mentions
Wow.
Lubna.
You sure you want to say that? Because you know people
I'll make it up to 50 people.
50 people.
50 people that can mention Lubna's name or mention the show, and we could give him up to either a free blood glucose checking machine or a free halal vitamin, because we believe in the community. We want to thank you guys. Because of you guys, we've been around for the last 5 years. We want to be your advocate, your partner, and also your helper to maneuver you through this sometimes complex medication therapy that you have to do. So we're there for you, and we want to be your biggest advocate. Your health is our priority.
Of course, definitely. And I want to thank you. And I guess those of you that heard it, and I'll say in Urdu too. So those of you that now, you played a dangerous game now, because now people will be like calling the pharmacy. They will recently saw you in Lubna.
We're ready. We are ready.
So जैसे उन्होंने कहा, मैं उर्दू में कह दूँ, पहले 50 कॉलर्स को अच्छा इसको कॉल करें, या चाहे आप फार्मेसी को कॉल करें. The pharmacy you can call in and you can mention the show. You can mention TV1. You can mention my show. The first 50 callers will get free blood glucose machine or a halal vitamin. And I think, and I know these things are not free. Of course, you're being hit with that money, but I think you're doing this for the community. I think you want people to come in, see what the pharmacy is, and because it's one thing for people just to, it's not where they're reading it or they're hearing about it. They're actually watching you. And it's one thing when you see the owner take out the time to come out, be part of the show, and tell you these things, where I think it's important, especially when it comes to kids. Because many times with obesity right now, a very big issue in the community, they don't even know their kids have diabetes. And of course, it's important to check with your doctor. I do want to say that disclaimer, and take your kids for physicals, but be an immunization, be it all these little things, it's very important. But that pharmacy that you heard about, that my dad used to talk about, when they would go, when they'd be like, hey, so-and-so, Mr. Hi, how are you? That, if you want to see or you want to feel that environment, definitely Delivered Pharmacy. And like I said, first 50 callers, he's going to go ahead and, of course, and call the pharmacy and talk to them and get that. And again, this is for this whole week, which I think is amazing. And I don't think I've had anyone who's given out 50 of these things. I've had people give out cakes. I've had people give out different gift hampers, different things. But I think that's really wonderful. And it's, again, for the community,
I mean, myself and my partners, when we left, I used to work for other big chain pharmacy. My other partners had the same thing. We came and we got our building, and we really came up with our message that we want to make your life simple. We want to make your life easy. I mean, you guys have a lot on your plate. Everybody has kids, has jobs to take care of, responsibilities. We're going to be your easy solution to the prescription situation in your family by helping you with co-pays, by helping you with drug interaction, by offering free delivery 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We're there for you to simplify and make your life easier.
Of course, and I think that that's very important. And I think, because when you start a business, it's of course very scary, but obviously you're successful. 5 years now, and I'm sure many years ahead. Touch wood. And of course, one more thing I did want to remind you: if you do transfer your prescription, and I think we're still honoring that. Of course, we're already giving away free blood glucose machines or vitamins. But if you do transfer a prescription, any prescription you have, a new or transfer prescription, they will give you a free vitamin. It could be for your child or could be for the adult. Again, the best thing is call them and talk to them. And lastly, I know we talked a lot about going back to school, getting the kids ready, giving the vitamins, and I'm sure you're probably getting a big stock. You always have most of the things stocked up in your pharmacy.
We try to do our best.
Okay. And what message would you want to leave our viewers with? You can look into the first camera. Again, we have people watching throughout the U.S. and Canada. Whatever you want to say about your pharmacy, whatever message you want to give them, please go ahead.
I want to thank Lubna and thank TV1 for giving us the chance as a small business to present ourselves and talk about Delivered Pharmacy. Again, my name is Ihab, and I'm one of the pharmacists and one of the partners at Delivered Pharmacy. We've been in business for the last 5 years, thanks to you guys and for your partners and for your help. Please ask us, call us, come by and tell us about your situations, about your prescription. If you are our customers, we'll be happy to help you. If you are not our customers, we'll also be happy to help you. Our message is to be part of the community. My kids go to school here in Sugar Land, and my family has been here for the last 15, 20 years. We want to pay back and be part of the community and be an active helper and supporter. Call us, come by, and I'm always here to help you. And you could always ask for me. My name is Ihab, and I'll be always there for you to ask and help and give you the best tools to have a healthy and happy life. Thank you so much.
Okay, definitely. Thank you so much. And again, you heard it from Dr. Ehab. And again, I do want to thank you for coming out and again extending that offer 50 first callers, because again, this show is going to be repeated tonight and tomorrow 2 times. And I'm pretty sure many of the shows you can watch on Sunday Brunch with Lubna on YouTube, but we don't put all the shows on it. Then no one's going to get TV One, no one's going to get Sling TV, because this show is all the different shows we have here are being watched on Sling TV and on Dish Network. So again, when you do watch the show and repeat, do give them a call. I mean, I think, you know, finding out, and the thing is, when you are trusting someone with your medication, it's a big step. So go there, and if you feel comfortable enough, and I can promise you one thing: when you go in there, you will be like, you know what, I should have gone earlier, because many times you don't know these things when you hear about it, but when you see the person, when you talk to the person, you feel it more. Again, Dr. Ehab, thank you so much for giving us wonderful things. Just to quickly remind you all about these 2-3 things. Saturday, Sundays, Delivered Pharmacy does offer the brown bag, where you bring your medications, अपनी दवाएं लेके आएं आप एक बैग में, and they will basically go ahead और बताएंगे भाई ये दवाई इस चीज़ के लिए है, आप ये दवाई कर सकते हैं. They can talk to you about all those things. Second, अगर आपने blood pressure check करना हो, आपने sugar check करनी हो, stop by the pharmacy and talk to them at Delivered Pharmacy. And again, पहले 50 जो कॉलर्स होंगे फार्मेसी पे, आप जब मेंशन करेंगे मेरा नाम या इस शो का नाम, तो आपको वो देंगे फ्री ब्लड ग्लूकोज मशीन. एंड आई बिलीव वी हैव अ कॉल राइट नाउ. अस्सलाम वालेकुम, कौन बात कर रहे हैं, कहाँ से?
जी वालेकुम अस्सलाम
जी.
मैंने कॉल की है कि ये जो मल्टीविटामिन कह रहे थे
जी जी,
ये उसके कुछ एज लिमिट है इसमें कोई, या कोई भी यूज कर सकता है?
कोई एज लिमिट? ठीक है, चलिए मैं पूछती हूँ. थैंक यू सो मच अगेन आपकी कॉल का. I had a quick question.
Okay.
Thank you again for your call. I had a question that is there an age limit for the vitamins? Like from what age to what age?
We have for the adults from 12 to 18.
Okay, for adults.
We have from 18 till 60, 70, 80 years of age. And we have the kids from 2 all the way to 12.
Okay.
So we have like different kind of formulation depending on the age.
Of course.
It depends from 2 to 12, one formula. From 12 to 18, another formula.
Right.
And from 18 all the way to infinity, there's another formula.
Of course. So definitely call in. We are wrapping up the show right now. We're running out of time. Anyway, thank you to all of you. आप सबने show को देखा. Thank you for being a part of Sunday Brunch with Lubna. And also check out the Sunday Brunch with Lubna page on Facebook and be a part of our show. And thank you again to Roop Sari Palace providing me this gorgeous wardrobe. And do take care of yourself. Do stop by Delivered Pharmacy. I'll see you all next week. Allah Hafiz.